The information provided on the Forever Young Show by its host or sponsors is for educational and personal alternatives. Statements have not been established by the Food and Drug Administration. They are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Welcome to the Forever Young Radio Show. Over the past 2 decades, we have had the opportunity to serve and help so many listeners. We do that by bringing on respected educators in all fields of health and wellness. We pride ourselves on keeping consumers in the know about our ever-changing healthcare system and ways to support the body. Each week, with the help of our special guests and experts, we have one goal in mind, and that's to ensure every listener has the most up-to-date information on ways to support all aspects of health. Now, here's your host.
Hello, everyone. So glad you could join us today right here on Forever Young. If it's the first time you have found our show or you are a regular listener, you know we've been showing up here for goodness going on 29 years with the hopes of informing and educating every listener on healthier lifestyle options and good quality science-based information. Special shout out to our friends at Sirius XM 131, our flagship station KCBQ located in San Diego, and many of the wonderful radio markets that host our show out there. Thank you for doing that. If you're listening on the podcast, thank you for finding us and tuning in. If you'd like to learn more about us, it's very easy to do so. You can do that by visiting our website. That is foreveryoungradio.com. Again, that's foreveryoungradio.com. And we have about 670 podcast episodes and some really great articles. And that article that's been posted last is going to be our topic for the show today: how blood sugar, weight loss, and aloe go together. Our special returning guest today always gives easy, healthy tips to combat early aging for whole body health, especially the value of vitamin E and aloe vera together. With over 3,000 worldwide studies supporting aloe's use for kids and adults to look and feel your very best, including digestion, skin, and body, and even the ability to lose unhealthy weight by understanding blood sugar's role. Karen will explain why herbs really work. Again, Karen Masterson Cook is a health educator, a clinical nutritionist by profession, working at several San Diego clinics in immunology and allergies during the 80s, plus has counseled clients for over 40 years. Also a health researcher, has authored 2 amazing health and nutrition books. You can check those out at aloelife.com. And the big book, which is Beyond Gluten Intolerance, is always discounted for the listener. So make sure you listen throughout the show to get that discount code. You won't be disappointed. For Karen is a real pioneer in whole body health and also in gluten and inflammatory disease, including diabetes. She follows the experts in science of natural therapies, and in 2026 stated undiagnosed prediabetes has doubled and is affecting 1 in 3 Americans today. And it's one reason people get stuck in obesity, she states, for tricky blood sugar. I've learned from Aloe Life testing that every aloe product on the market today is made differently, and most products are weak and watered down, and that's not the case with Aloe Life 17 products. Want to give them a special encouragement. They're also celebrating 36 years in business. They've been in business since 1991. Happy birthday, Aloe Life. Welcome to the show, Karen. So grateful that you can join us today.
Well, hello, friends. And Kelly, thanks. It's always great to share health tips and the shortcut of adding Aloe Life Aloe Gold 4X concentrate that I also love taking to maintain my health. It works quickly, friends, being a concentrate. Each bottle, Kelly, as you know, is equal to 4 bottles, and it's classed as a #1 herbal superfood of all time, with aloe dating back thousands of years to ancient civilizations as an ancient herbal bitter when using the whole leaf with the yellow sap. It's valued for many of the same uses today, supporting digestion, blood sugar, wound healing, and vitality of the glands that run the body systems to live a long and healthier life, friends, for everyone. In fact, as you know, Kelly, when I read the recent research on out of control blood sugar of today, I was shocked that it had more than doubled in recent years to 1 in 3 people as young as 12 years old now to seniors, affecting with prediabetes or the diabetes mellitus. And the American Diabetes Association and the CDC both are ringing the bell, friends, for people to know their blood glucose and their hemoglobin A1C numbers for people are unaware, and they're just as important as blood pressure and total cholesterol to prevent disease crisis in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was one of the things that really was a game changer in my life and really changed me is really understanding if you don't get digestion under control, if you're not aware that you have gluten issues and are gluten intolerant, you can really be set up for a negative health path. I was very young when I started using your products. I was goodness in my mid 20s, maybe younger than that, and I'm 50 as of this year. So, it's been one of those mainstays for me to keep Aloe Life in my life, to keep the weight off, to keep the energy up, and to make sure that I am taking care of my digestive issues. And I think so many people out there, Karen, are dealing with these digestive issues and they're not really sure why or where it's coming from. And then they may hear something on an advertisement to check this out. For me, I stick with the science. I go with the research studies on the benefit of why I started taking aloe. And then I turned it into a way of why I became an aloe maniac for Aloe Life. And we're going to talk about it. This is our short segment today, so we have to run out to a break. But over the break, please go and check out aloelife.com, learn a little bit more about those books and about Karen Masterson Cook. We've also linked it to from our website, foreveryoungradio.com. So if you're driving or working out, please go and check out that weekly highlight page. And while you're there, check out the wonderful article that Karen Masterson Cook wrote about tying in things like weight loss and blood glucose and really getting a clearer picture about what's going on. Right back after the break.
There's a big difference in aloe products. Since 1991, Aloe Life has been dedicated to developing only the best quality aloe vera products. Learn more at aloelife.com and use the code HEALTH20 for 20% off your first order at aloelife.com.
Welcome back, listeners. Again, being joined by very special guests and a great friend of the show, a mentor, Karen Masterson Cook. Again, president of Aloe Life, celebrating 36 years in business, which is massive, folks. A+ rating with the BBB, just a company doing everything right, and started with the hopes of really understanding how aloe vera was helping so many of the patients that she was seeing and consulting in the 80s, and really using that motivation to want to start a wonderful company, family owned and operated, that has helped thousands and thousands of people over the course of that time. Now, Karen, before we went to break, we kind of set up the show and we talked about blood sugar. And so often I think people don't maintain their blood sugar or kind of know what's going on. Would you mind just sharing a little bit more on that? Because you wrote that fantastic article, which could be found at foreveryoungradio.com.
Yes, Kelly. We've done several shows on blood sugar, Kelly, and in 2025 on mental health. To avoid depression, you have to stabilize your blood sugar and energy, combating fatigue with aloe vera nutrition that together stabilize blood sugar following a healthier, low gluten diet, exercise with daily self-care, friends, the best you can. And experts are reporting blood sugar is a ticking time bomb now, with many unaware, and each of you can take the guesswork out with simple blood tests. Checking glucose of too high hyperglycemia, above 120 glucose, or too low hypoglycemia, below 60, can be a major factor in health issues like depression, troubled skin, chronic fatigue, obesity, and often snacking on addictive junk foods. Nobody does that, right, Kelly?
No.
That leads to failing health, even cardiovascular disease, cancer, and sadly, friends, even sudden death. It's a very big category. And a quick story, you might remember me sharing about a local husband and wife who worked with Aloe Life. Their grown daughter, living with diabetes, died suddenly. Terrible, leaving the couple to raise two young children.
Mm.
It was totally unexpected. And they had tried for months, Kelly, to have their daughter take the Aloe Life Aloe Gold. Even just 1 ounce, friends, will help to absorb insulin medication better into the bloodstream. That's often the case, insulin resistance. It was very sad. Yet if
Mm.
we share with others, we can save some lives, friends.
And I think when people talk about glucose and blood sugar, they don't talk about how testy they can get with their husband or wife. I mean, blood sugar really can affect mood, Karen, and that's something I'm sure we'll talk about. But I want to get to brass tacks because we've talked about Aloe Life, we've talked about aloe vera. I want to know the correlation of how does Aloe Life, Aloe Gold work when someone's dealing with something like unregulated blood sugar or glucose issues.
And check out the article on the Forever Young website on the blood sugar, friends, because it reviews 2 of the 9 world studies on quality aloe at work, stabilizing humans' blood sugar function, actually reversing prediabetes and more. Healthier blood sugar allows carbohydrates to actually fuel the body cells for energy. And the result of aloe took only 4 weeks for glucose to normalize and 8
Wow.
weeks, yeah, to lower the hemoglobin A1C significantly. And Kelly, you found firsthand when you were taking the Aloe Life concentrates, they truly helped you to combat the weight, allowing blood glucose to be more manageable, friends, without having to rely on the GLP-1 drugs that actually do something, yet they come with very horrid side effects, friends. It's important to be aware of. And the drugs are really expensive too, I found out. I mean,
Yeah.
$500 a month is expensive.
And not to mention what it's doing to the digestive tract. And I know we'll get into that later in the show. I mean, tons of people are constipated, they're not assimilating their food. And that was one of the things, when I was busy, a professional, young family, I was not taking the time, even though I was working in the health space, to really focus on my health. I hadn't been bitten by the health bug until I started using Aloe Life and met you and understood everything that was going on within my body that many doctors weren't paying attention to, asking me why I had slow bowels, asking me what I was eating, asking me those things. And, I added in the daily greens. That was a game changer. I started with the cherry berry. And again, all these years later, you tell me about how people can consistently stay on one particular product. I stay on Aloe Life because it works. I use it for my family. My son uses it. Our family uses it. It's just something that has been an incredible joy to be able to share with other people. And I get why you have continued on, since 1991, just wanting to share this with people. It's so awesome, Karen.
Yeah, and Kelly, you went from sitting behind a desk for too long to working out in the gym. You motivated me by being your own best athlete.
Yeah.
You were fast walking, even climbing ropes at the gym, getting healthier. In fact, your MD, who didn't even think you're going to live to be 50, yeah, she applauded your success over the 18-month period, and you became a good cook too. We're foodies.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember, doing all that. You and I used to host a radio show called Food Frenzy before anybody was talking about food or putting out their things on social media. And again, sharing the importance of food. And again, in the big book, Beyond Gluten Intolerance, there's some wonderful recipes in there, people. If you are lost and you don't know how to kind of get on the other side of it, please go to Aloe Life and learn more. Now, Karen, I think it's very interesting as we're talking about the correlation of Aloe Life and Aloe Gold and kind of how it works in the body. Let's talk about that as we're talking about something like trace minerals.
Absolutely. Yes, Kelly, several glucose studies focused on the trace minerals being the key to lowering the blood sugar results. And because the aloe gold, whole leaf aloe gold juice concentrate, it's not over-filtered. It's grown in certified organic, volcanic, rich fields. It still contains an abundance of trace minerals, friends. And we even add more of the Utah trace minerals. It's 2 products in one. They're so essential, as you know, for life itself, Kelly. Great for athletes and everyone to avoid dehydration and support hundreds of health points, the vanadium, molybdenum, chromium, iodine, and more that work like spark plugs for the pancreas gland, for insulin flow that's required for utilization of foods, carbohydrate, sugars for cellular fuel. People need these trace minerals. They're not getting it from devitalized foods. And with vitamin E and aloe, all the glands respond, including the liver, the thyroid, that are also playing very important roles stimulating the digestive enzymes and other hormones that are required for optimizing one's health. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I like that you recommend things that Aloe Life doesn't make. You don't make a vitamin E, you don't make a fish oil, So again, telling people about this combination, what have you learned about combining those three items or different things when working with people to maybe detox?
Oh, absolutely. You've got to get the glands working, friends. And the B complex, it supports your total digestion. So even if you're taking the GLP-1 drugs, there's so many, 400 different lawsuits right now of people getting terrible, constipated and, having so many digestive issues. And according to Harvard Medical, the GLP-1 were designed to mimic the natural hormone called glucagon, a little technical that is supposed to naturally release into the GI tract in the small intestine to the response of eating to balance blood sugar. Having the correct insulin and glycagon allows glucose circulating in the blood to feed the cells to create natural energy and healthy circulation, friends, in the whole body. And taking the daily greens with the Aloe Life concentrate does the very same thing naturally. I've got to just mention the Fibermate too. It's a great partner for kids and adults as well by Aloe Life, the Fibermate for regularity. It's a wonderful, gentle product, friends. Over 16 vegetables and herbs with a strong, healthy probiotic in the Fibermate food fiber and aloe, all in one tablet. The Fibermate, a natural stool softener. I love it. My husband's favorite product and many, many customers. It's very, very popular. Small tablets for kids and adults, Kelly, as you know, and it's effective colon cleanser without any irritating psyllium that research warns to avoid brand fibers. Choose Fibermate, friends, for family health. It's great year-round. It's easy detox for total body and skin, and it really travels well, too. And it's been confirmed, friends, that the colon can hold over 10 pounds of old debris and waste. So adding food fiber like celery, carrots, and apples, and or Fibermate tablets with the Aloe Gold juice concentrate is a great healthy partnership because you actually get the healthy regularity.
Yeah, and that's what I think people are looking for. It's scary when you don't have regularity and maybe you're going once or twice a week. It not only do you feel bloated, you don't feel great, you're wondering what's going on, why aren't you eliminating? So I mean, adding a few of these really great tried and true Aloe Life products, which you've had so much success counseling people direct to consumers. In addition to that, I mean, that's the cool thing about Aloe Life. You tell somebody about it, they try it, and it makes you look good. So thank you for that, Karen. I appreciate that on my side of things when I'm helping people get to understand why they're having slow bowels or digestive issues. So really excited to talk more. When we're going to come back from the break, we're going to ask Karen a few additional questions. We're going to fold this in of how skin and body can potentially be affected by blood glucose. So stick with us. You can learn more at aloelife.com.
Friends, it seems like everyone is suffering from some kind of digestive issue. And with digestive issues on the rise, we need to act today. And Stomach Plus formula by Aloe Life works fast to soothe and calm digestive upset, occasional indigestion, bloating, nausea, and gas. This herbal tonic helps balance stomach acids, calming the intestinal tract naturally. Aloe Life selected 12 of the most effective herbs used by herbalists for centuries to support multiple digestive concerns. The quality whole leaf aloe carries the herbs deep down into the tissues for fast relief, suitable for children, adults, and even pets. In fact, many women have included Stomach Plus by Aloe Life to help calm cramps and morning sickness. There's a big difference in aloe products. Since 1991, Aloe Life has been dedicated to developing only the best quality aloe vera products at the best price. Learn more at aloelife.com. That's aloelife.com and use the code HEALTH20 for 20% off your first order.
Welcome back, listeners. Again, learning so much about aloe vera, especially highlighting a great brand, Aloe Life, in business since 1991. 36 years. They're celebrating their birthday this year. Being joined by Karen Masterson Cook, again, health educator, clinical nutritionist, and president of Aloe Life and founder. Karen, I love when you join me because we can kind of get down to brass tacks. Not only did you see tons of patients in your clinical era, you are still consulting people, you're answering questions from consumers. But that leads me to believe that, that I want to ask you a personal question, which is, do you ever have digestive issues when you eat so well? What are we up against out there?
Well, I do watch what I eat. I eat a low gluten diet and I do take Aloe Life every day. But yes, I am human, Kelly. In fact, I just reached for an extra ounce of the Stomach Plus formula by Aloe Life because I got in trouble. It has the 11 herbal extracts that I love, including catnip, meadowsweet, ginger, and more to balance my over acidity, like bad heartburn I get at times because I waited too long to eat my dinner, friends. I like to exercise first. A lot of people do. It's better to exercise before you eat a big meal, right? And the Stomach Plus formula calmed my heartburn instantly. It's so impressive and excellent with adult reflux symptoms too for a happy stomach again. Stomach Plus by Aloe Life is amazing. It works fast, Kelly. So I love it.
Yeah.
Along with my Aloe Gold, I take Aloe Gold too, every day.
And again, if we're talking about our friends out there who are using GLP-1s, they are generally using something like Zofran prescribed by a doctor, which has some long-term ramifications. So if you can kind of get that stuff under control, if that's the path you're taking, highly encourage you to incorporate Stomach Plus formula into it. Now, Karen, you share your top list of factors for healthier skin and body. And I wanted to know if you included checking blood glucose on that list. I know you mentioned it in the last segment, but I wanted to circle back around on how important that is.
People living with diabetes always have a lot of skin issues, so checking your glucose is important for skin. As mentioned in 2026, CDC and the American Diabetes Association both advocated not only applying my self-care tips of eating healthier foods with keeping sugar and refined carbohydrates down. That's right. Hydrate with a lot of water because that alkalinizes and helps your digestion. Chew foods well, plus exercising 30 to 60 minutes a day. Yet because there's over 80 million people now, 1 in 3 adults are dealing with the threat of diabetes. They've issued this alert that we're talking about to make sure you know your glucose and hemoglobin numbers, as important as total cholesterol and blood pressure I mentioned earlier. And the clincher is many people in the ages of 12 to 40 through 65, they're totally unaware that it's causing all these skin issues and poor circulation, fatigue, bad skin issues, as mentioned, groggy brain and pain. Plus, it leads to more of the cardiovascular disease, cancer, and SOS, potentially early death. It's not good, Kelly. Yet the good news, as we've mentioned, there's 7 repeatable studies ingesting the quality aloe, actually lowering the blood sugar fairly fast. The largest study is in India with adults drinking aloe vera. Blood glucose came closer to normal, 120, and lowered the hemoglobin A1C by 1 full point. All good results. And highlighting the trace minerals in quality aloe vera like Aloe Gold, Kelly, of vanadium, molybdenum, plus chromium, working like spark plugs for the pancreas organ to work regulating blood sugar naturally. And newer research, Kelly, mentions aloe triggering healthy glycagon in the liver too. A little technical yet factual, friends. Naturally balancing blood sugar plus supporting the healthy pancreas makes more digestive enzymes naturally winning. If you have gotten your gallbladder removed, as so many people have, it's TLC for the pancreas for all the reasons, and the liver with quality Aloe Gold, Kelly. And we get the happy customer calls that confirms these results.
Absolutely, Karen. And I remember, didn't you get a customer call about drinking orange papaya flavored Aloe Gold concentrate? And as there was something, he had to lower his medication. Can you share more on that?
Yes, good memory, Kelly. Not only did his heartburn stop at mealtimes, using just 1 to 2 ounces of orange papaya whole leaf aloe juice concentrate, he shared that his nurse had to lower his insulin and he felt extraordinarily good. Truly winning with the Aloe Life concentrates.
Again, I think a lot of people are walking around not knowing that they're pre-diabetic or have diabetes, and they're not mindful of it. And I've heard you say diabetes has many symptoms, including more digestive complaints. Can you just pick up on that?
Oh, yes. I'm glad you mentioned that, Kelly. Diabetes is classed as an autoimmune driven condition, with the latest reports of 30% more of a digestive issue called gastroparesis.
Mm,
It's when the GI tract actually stops working. Yet, Aloe
wow.
Gold to the rescue. I know I've had several clients call me and reversed this digestive shutdown within a matter of days using the Aloe Gold concentrate for success. I mean, you can't have the GI tract stop. You
Yeah.
actually have to have a surgery, an actual bag put in it and put in. And well, anyway, that's winning with Aloe Life. It's such an awesome product line supporting digestion and whole body health.
Yeah, and I love the delivery forms, and I hope we get to talk to that before we end the program today. But I wanted to just get back a little bit more and ask you, why does Aloe Gold work so fast for skin and whole body health? Let's talk a little bit. When people get a bottle, they'll see on the top a sticker that says 4 times. I know we didn't plan on talking about it, but can you just sprinkle a little bit on that, Karen?
Well, yes, Kelly, it's important. Aloe Gold is concentrated, not diluted with water like most other aloes. Each quart is made with 25 pounds of certified organic leaves, so you can take less, friends, for more health support. Truly the best buy. And Aloe Life does not overfilter or overheat the juice, so it still contains the over 100 actives, 75% nutrition, so it feeds the body with those 150 trace minerals plus 25 medicinal compounds that multitask, working in concert in 6 pathways of the body. It even tests the highest in human immunity factor, the ACE mannan, supporting body wellness, immunity. And by gently removing water, it's a secret, 4 to 6 times concentrate. So each bottle is equal to 4 bottles. Truly the best buy. Instead of drinking cups of aloe or watered down products, it gets to work in 5 minutes to 45 days, then 3 months toward a new you, renewal of the skin and body. And consumer beware, if a product tastes like water, it's not aloe, friends.
Yeah, and I love that you highlight that because I see tons of jugs in the marketplace, even at the natural health food store, where people think they can buy a good quality product, and they can in most cases. If I'm seeing a clear aloe vera and it's a big jug, I know that it doesn't have that yellow sap. It's probably missing the valuable polysaccharides, all of the great things that make Aloe Life what it is today compared to other products out there. Now, Karen, I know that people are going to hear this show. They're going to hear the value. They're going to want to try the products. I always like to ask direct to you because you're the creator of these things. How would someone start to incorporate something like aloe gold, cherry berry, or orange papaya by Aloe Life into their daily routine? Do they drink a jug a day? How should they work it in?
No way, Jose. We've actually had people do that
Yeah.
get in trouble with a flu or more, and they'll drink a whole bottle. It cleans you right out. So I would say because Aloe Life is so strong, 25 pounds of leaves in every quart, you need to be respectful. Start with less and then slowly increase. We actually have a wonderful handout called Aloe Vera Detox. And it cautions people because people start feeling better and better with more energy and better digestion. And then they start detoxing, and all these heavy metals and toxins are coming out. The candida's dying, and they're saying, this doesn't agree with me. And they stop. Do not stop. Just lower the amount you're taking, friends. 1 ounce is the daily dose. But many people, I have them start with less when they have a lot of candida, when they have a lot of issues going on, and it still gets to work, even a capful. So start with a capful before each meal. It gets your digestion going, your liver function.
And again, understanding the colorization. And I think we're going to talk about that when we come back from the break, Karen. Especially when we're talking about these aloe vera concentrates by Aloe Life. But in the meantime, folks, I'd like you to go over to aloelife.com. They have a great website. It's very consumer friendly. You can learn more about the 17 wonderful products that are offered there at Aloe Life, but you can also learn about education. They have recipes, they have articles. You understand why so many people are getting benefits and having success. Make sure you head over to our website, foreveryoungradio.com, hit the weekly highlight page. And while you're there, check out the wonderful article that Karen Masterson Cook wrote about tying in things like weight loss and blood glucose and really getting a clearer picture about what's going on. And then after this show, I highly encourage you to go and check out our podcast platform at foreveryoungradio.com and go and listen to some of the fantastic shows Karen and I have done together. Really eye-opening and can get you back on the path of good health.
You often hear clinical nutritionist Karen Masterson Cook talking about the remarkable benefits of aloe vera. But did you know not all aloe vera products are created equal? Not long ago, the International Aloe Science Council tested an aloe product sold from a mass market store that contained no aloe in the bottle whatsoever. When choosing aloe vera products, you should be aware there's a big difference in quality in the marketplace. Aloe Life has been crafting the highest quality certified organic aloe vera products since 1991. A concentrate containing 25 pounds of aloe leaves in every bottle with no water or sulfites added or high heat that can destroy valuable active ingredients as in other commonly found aloe products. Aloe Life is great for children, adults, and even pets. To receive the research benefits of supporting a healthier digestive system and a whole lot more for a healthy head start, call Aloe Life today, 1-800-414-ALOE, or online at aloelife.com. Also found in finer health stores across the country. The best value at the best price. Aloe Life.
Welcome back, listeners. Again, learning so much about blood glucose, blood sugar, digestion, our skin, and how incorporating a quality aloe vera in the form of Aloe Life can help you along that process and maybe shortcut some of the things that you've been doing that aren't being beneficial. Being joined by Karen Masterson Cook, again, health educator, clinical nutritionist, and president of Aloe Life and founder. Now, Karen, it's interesting. We were talking about 4 to 6 times the concentrate in each bottle. But let's kind of describe the Aloe Gold taste if they're going to take a concentrate. I know it's tied to the dark yellow color, right? And that would be showing that it has the constituents in it.
Well, yes, Kelly, you're totally correct. The taste is super refreshing and strong, with Aloe Gold still containing the important yellow herbal bitter called polyphenols that give a wake up to the taste buds. Along with the trace minerals we were talking about, it tastes like tomato juice to me, with an herbal bite that turns on the digestive juices, friends. It's our signature Aloe Gold that's used in all of the 5 juices, with 2 delicious fruit juice flavors and the advanced herbal blends and the skin gel too. It's a 4 times concentrate for the topical skin issues. And ingesting Aloe Gold improves absorption for all the foods and supplements. Research confirming in the bioavailability study, the vitamin E almost 300% more, friends, into the plasma. That's like taking 3 vitamin E 100 milligrams into the plasma. Vitamin C 200% more value, and B12 time release for brain and body wellness, while supporting immunity balance and the growth factor for skin repair with some of the other medicinal compounds like the gibberellin growth factor that I love, and also natural sterols that reduce all inflammation in the body, Kelly, that we talk about on some of our past shows. It's amazing for autoimmune, and we have 130 different autoimmune, friends, that affect the skin, and even diabetes is classed as autoimmune, along with cardiovascular disease. So it's important to understand that the Aloe Life is a first aid product, Kelly.
You brought up a word that I love hearing, and that's absorption. I think so many people, Karen, are taking different products or supplements out there. And if they're dealing with something like candida or a yeast overgrowth, and they're not using a quality aloe vera like Aloe Life, they're going to have a harder time assimilating some of those nutrients or supplements that they're working in. Why has Aloe Life and Aloe Gold and even Cherry Berry been so instrumental for people dealing with things like yeast overgrowth?
Well, there was a wonderful study up in Oregon at the Linus Pauling Institute, Kelly, that really shows that the immunity is real in aloe. So if you have a product in Aloe Life, tests #1 in human immunity factor over 20 different products that we sell in the marketplace. It's number one, friends, number one. And in this study, it showed that it actually goes after the Candida albicans. And they measured the indican level that showed that it actually killed the Candida albicans. And they all felt so much better. It was a quality of life study, too, the Linus Pauling
I love
Institute
that.
study. You're so right on. You've learned so much about quality aloe and how truly aloe is the number one superfood of all the different products on this planet, friends. So have fun, take the product, see the difference. If you're taking an aloe, you're going to see a big difference because of the concentrate, and we don't overfilter, overheat.
Many, many years ago, you shared with me the Aloe Life wound study using the skin gel. Wasn't that with diabetic ulcers? Tell us a little bit more about that, because I know people are really, when they're dealing with diabetes, are dealing with such hard, horrible skin conditions.
Yes, Kelly, Aloe Life Skin Gel Topical for any and all skin repair was the hero, resolving all 150 diabetic ulcers with no infections, stages 1 through 4, even down to the bone, in 3 months, totally healed, healthy tissue. And it's still great for first aid home use, friends. For acne scars, you can't even see them using the skin gel. Blisters, cuts, abrasions, burns, even skin cancer, keratosis, supporting more beautiful skin inside and out, Kelly. It's so wonderful. And it has really saved me from several skin cancers that could have turned deadly.
Yeah, and I love that. And I think so often when we talk about the health of our family, our little ones are kind of left on the wayside. And one of the things that I've been most prideful of is people who are newly parents dealing with colicky baby or dealing with a baby who has eczema or skin rashes. My number one recommendation is always Aloe Life. I know it's a safe product. Children can use it, adults can use it. As you said, pets can use it. What have you seen in the area of being able to help children and babies navigate through new birth and getting to like 1 or 2 years old?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Kelly. It's so important to know the safety behind Aloe Life products. I have 7 grandchildren, and each and every one has their story of using Aloe Life products. To begin with, their mothers use the Aloe Life products to prepare for motherhood because there's so many pollutants these days that actually cause children to have different birth defects, say like cleft palates, needing more folic acid, and cradle cap, as you mentioned, Kelly. Children can be born with gluten intolerance. So it's such a preventative item to prepare for childbirth, and so you can avoid different birth defects, including autism, which the number one world study, it's in the book, the Beyond Gluten Intolerance. They found it was unhealthy mothers and fathers having children with autism. So again, prepare for childbirth if you can, and if not, make sure that you don't take a lot of Aloe Life while you're pregnant, but you can use it preventatively, especially the Stomach Plus formula for nausea. For any of us, it works for everyone. You just don't want to take a lot to detox the body because it helps whole body health. It not only helps digestion, but it helps whole body health, including building, detoxifying, and renewing the body, actually growing younger, Kelly.
Yeah, absolutely. And the feedback I get back is increased energy, which I love hearing that because then it goes down this hill where they're sleeping better. They have more energy to go and walk around the block or work out or do different things. And Karen, I never tire of hearing these victory stories, but yet the time always seems to slip away when I have you on the show. It goes in a blink of an eye. I wanted to thank you for another great show on how blood sugar, healthy weight, and aloe go together for healthier skin and body with Aloe Life. And again, as you shared, this is something that's a generational product for the entire family, including the pets. You can learn more. All you have to do is go to aloelife.com. You can view the line of products. There's 17 of them. And with the radio discount that Karen is so gratefully offering to our show today, you get 20% off any of the Aloe Life 17 products. That includes the Detox Plus while it lasts and their certified organic daily greens. It's a real great savings and a wonderful way to get back on the path of health and get a discount along the way when you use the code HEALTH20. Again, that is HEALTH20, HEALTH20. You get 20% discount Now, I understand some people may have questions. So Karen is great. They have the 800 number. If you prefer to ask those questions and reach out to them, you can do that via phone at 800-414-ALOE. That's 800-414-2563. Or you can send them an email. That email is info@allolife.com. And remember, when you're calling in or you're emailing, ask for the specialty healthy handouts. They're really great in providing good information, aloe vera based, health based, dietary based. So feel free to reach out. Also, if you're out in the world, you can find Aloe Life at over 2,000 health food stores and outlets, including stores like Fraser Farms, Clark's, Mother's, Natural Grocers, Lassen Stores, Amazon, and online VitaCoast, and more. If you'd like to learn more about all of that, just go to aloelife.com. Learn more and feel free to use the code HEALTH20 to get 20% off. Remember what Karen taught us. If it tastes like water, it's not Aloe Life. Karen, thank you so much for the special education you gave us today. Any parting words before we say goodbye?
Well, friends, I really encourage you to choose health. Choose Aloe Life for a healthier life today.
Thank you so much, Karen. What a blessing. Many, many thank yous from many consumers out there, including myself, on all the great work and the education and these wonderful products that you have never wavered and have put out quality and a high concentration via Aloe Life. aloelife.com. They have a great website. It's very consumer friendly. Listeners, that does it for our show today. If you'd like to learn more, you can easily do that by visiting the weekly highlight page at foreveryoungradio.com. Don't forget to go and read that article on healthy blood sugar written by Karen Masterson Cook, featured there at foreveryoungradio.com, and go and listen to some of our past podcasts. You'll be able to see them featuring Aloe Life. Have a happy and healthy week, and we'll catch you next time right here on Forever Young.